Hello, this is Melissa, the insurance exam queen, and we are here on this channel to help make sure that you can pass your insurance exam with ease and confidence. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you've been receiving any benefit from watching the videos. Like this video if you find it helpful. You can also drop a comment below if you have a question, and definitely check us out at insuranceexamqueen.com, where you can find resources to support you to be able to pass. Especially check out the Gold Class Series package. It works for both property, casualty, life, or health, has a 90% first-time pass rate. It has longer in-depth videos where the YouTube videos are quick snippets. The Gold Class Series is going to be longer, in-depth, to help make sure you can learn the material, retain it, remember it, and get that first-time pass. Quit wasting fees on retesting and just get the gold. And it has like I said, 90% first-time pass rate. And so many people have left 5-star reviews for the Gold Class Series package because they said it is absolutely worth the money. They would have paid double and it saved so much time, heartache, headaches, and all of that. So what we're going to do today is break down a score sheet for the Michigan property and casualty exam. Now, Michigan is a little bit tricky because it actually is, if you notice, they actually scored a 70%, which is in most states all you need to be able to pass the exam. But in Michigan, you need like a 72, a 73%. So this person was in any other state would have been passing, but because they're in Michigan, they're not passing. So I did a little bit of pre-work. So first I found out that they need 6 points left to pass. And then what I did was I went through the max score versus your score. So the max score is basically saying how many points are available in that chapter. And it will always be that way until they change the exam content outline. But as of now, it's current. So what this is saying is that there will always be 15 questions asked about insurance regulations. There will always be 22 questions asked about automobile insurance. So what this is telling us is where the points are coming from. And the bigger that number is, the more important that chapter is. And so when I make my Gold Class Series, when I make any of my class series, I always focus on what is the most highly tested topics that are easy to learn and remember. And those are the videos that I put in my Gold Class Series, and it works for every state because every state tends to all have the same highly tested topics for the different areas. Now, then what I did was, so we look at the max score, the bigger the number, the more important that chapter. So like 30 points, 22, those are definitely some of the big ones. But then what I did was I subtracted your score from the max score. So what that means is there's 5 points available in the insurance regulations chapter. There's 3 points available in general insurance. There's 4 points available in P&C basics, right? So we just did the math to find out where these points, if they were to take the exam again, where could they score these points? So then what I like to do is highlight the chapters that have the most points available. So like this is 8 points. That's the biggest section with the most amount of points. Then we've got 7 points available here. And then we got a couple of 5, 5, and 5. So what I'm doing here is finding the chapters that have the most points available, and then we're going to study those, because it's not a benefit to you to study a chapter where there's not a lot of points. Like if we look at, dwelling policy, she's got 1 point available for dwelling, 1 point. Is there any benefit to spending time studying dwelling policies to get that 1 point? No, it'd be much better to spend our time studying the chapters that have more points available. So that's why we highlight these. Now, what we want to do is consider how easy that chapter is to study. So I want to find out the 8 points is coming from homeowners, and that actually is a pretty easy chapter to be able to study. Easier than say commercial. So like the next one, the 5 pointers down here are commercial. The commercial is always a lot harder to study because it's like hundreds of pages worth of material, and you don't know exactly what they're going to ask you on. And it's not really worth the time, the heartache, and the headache trying to memorize commercial because there's just so much of it. So we see here she's got 8 points available in homeowners, 7 points available in automobile insurance, and she needs 6 points to pass. So all she needs to do is study these 2 chapters, which is going to give her 8 plus 7, that's 15 points. 15 points between those 2 chapters, which would give her more than more than enough to be able to pass the exam. So the recommendation I would have on this is keep your knowledge strong in your other areas, like stay knowledgeable in PNC basics. Like you can, skim that chapter or rewatch the video on gold. Make sure you stay strong. Don't change your answers on that. And then you want to go back and study the homeowners and the auto. When it comes to the homeowners, and again, I have the best videos for both homeowners and auto in my gold class series. With the homeowners, you want to study, what is the name of an HO2 broad? What is the name of HO3 special? What is the name of HO5 comprehensive? Which policy is our open peril, 3 and a 5? Which policies are named peril, HO2? What policy would you get if you were renting a condo? You would get an HO4 because you are renting. Some other little things, HO8s, you need to know that HO8 has $1,000 on-premise theft limit. And these are just some of the things that I cover in my gold class series, which are the things that are likely to show up on the exam. And it just saves a lot of time instead of trying to read the text from whoever you have, whether you have Exam XX, Excel, Kaplan, 80 Banker, whatever. They can be hard to read and hard to understand. And that's where my class series comes in and teaches you the information via a video using notes and graphs and charts, which makes it a lot easier to be able to pass the exam, to understand the information. So for this score sheet, I would say go after homeowners, go after auto. That's where a lot of points are available. Up to 15 points. You only need 6 to pass. And if you were to double down on those chapters, you'd be able to pass. And then for the auto side, what is coverage A, liability? What is part B, medical? What is part C, uninsured? What is part D, damage to your auto? Those are the things you want to focus for on auto insurance. Now, I know Michigan also has no fault insurance, and I do not yet have a video for that because even though Michigan has no fault, the state exam still covers tests on the regular auto as well. So even with considering that, still, if she was to focus heavy hard on homeowners and not worry too much about the auto, she's still got 8 points available there. And then she just needs to stay strong in the other stuff. So if you are, wanting to be able to pass the exam the next time, or you want to make sure you pass the first time, get the gold class series at insuranceexamqueen.com. Long in-depth videos to help you to help retain the information. And then if you cannot get gold, because it's $97, if you cannot get gold, we do have the bronze at $27, silver at $57, but we also just have resources and notes that you can read, games that you can play, all for free. You just have to go to insuranceexamqueen.com. So this is Melissa, your insurance exam queen. I am sending you all the love, all the vibes to pass the exam. Have an amazing day.